the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Away from the case forcing Jackpa issues, away from Ghana's next revolutionary leader, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Revolutionary because any title keke. He has revolutionized our education sector. Yene and tablets. It means access to information. Why be our health sector? Any drones, air supply, medical supplies. Why be in our financial sector? Any Ghana Nibia automatically equal bank account because of the mobile money interoperability. While revolutionizing your foreign affairs sector, any Ghana Nikra Ghana card across ICAO listed countries Utumiba Ghana without the use of the passport. Until I may say, or you're the next revolutionary leader of this country. Now pro bono or tuaso. Wato the 5 northern regions, yehum the impact unyaye across the 5 northern regions: Savannah, Upper East, Upper West, Northeast, and at the northern region. And then we PMU ewo the Lions Den, the territory of the National Democratic Congress, the Volta region. Penny Kope, the first call, na a meeting with the clergy. Ye papa mo ene ye mame mo asofo ya edin sorry enim, just to pour out the vision, the mission, the ideology, and the passion for any of your person ye edema woman. Na nya sam ketwa. The clergy kept on clapping for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from the first minute I was say wakasa till say or then kasa ye baby. Because bibia wakabiano a idea bring about a revolution and a massive change in the way of life of the ordinary Ghanaian. Now, I'll share testimony be very, very interesting testimony about the Bushia of Frimu. And tiene ama nipa bi ya adum pepenso bi tise pope kraji tum say ye can religious tolerance amaya hodo nyina mesua famfiri Ghana eni panyine bi tise His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. A testimony be dia ne course of Volta region yenko na yekuti.
It says the thing I like about Ghana is your religious tolerance. So you people should maintain that religious tolerance. And I said to him, please pray for us so that that religious tolerance continues to be maintained. By way of background, I come from a large family. My father married my mother. At the time, actually, my father was going to marry my mother. My mother was a Christian. She was attending Wesley Girls. She was one of these first girls from the northern region who were sent to Wesley Girls. She was a Christian. She had to convert to Islam to marry my father. My father had 17 surviving children. 17 of us. He had a football team and reserves. What is interesting about our family is that of the 17 of us, 9 of us are Christian, 8 of us are Muslim. 17, 9 Christian, same family. So growing up, we had both the Bible and the Quran in the house. And my relationship with the church has been from childhood. It is not now. When I was a child, I was a member of the Methodist Boys Brigade. I was a brigader. I grew up in the Methodist Boys Brigade. Today, I am a vice president, but I am a patron of the Methodist Boys Brigade of Ghana. I'm a patron. Today, I work closely with a Catholic priest called Father Campbell. who we work with lepers. I am a patron of Lepers Aid Committee of Ghana, and we work together. And he has also recently made me a patron of the Mother Teresa's Soup Kitchen to look after street children in Ghana. I'm saying all of this to let you know where my heart is. My heart is about helping people, helping the poor, helping the vulnerable. That is where my heart is. To lead, I believe you must care. You must care about people. Last year, I went to Akropong. We were celebrating the 100 years anniversary of the Akropong Presbytery. When we went there, I was so touched. I was with my campaign chairman, Dambotwe. I was so touched with the history of the Presby Church in the region and in Ghana, and celebrating 100 years anniversary. And I said, I'm going to do something to commemorate the contribution of the church. And I offered to build a school in Kwabuantang in the eastern region in honor of the church's 100 years. And I have built the school, and we have commissioned the school in honor of the church. So as I say, my whole worldview my relationship with the church has been from childhood. It is not because I entered politics that I'm getting closer to the church. I've been very close to the church way before. And I will still be close to the church after I leave politics, because that is who I am. I believe as a nation we should all come together and get things done for our country, for our people. After all, we are all God's children, and we should help one another to go. So if you look at what I have tried to do since I became the Vice President of the Republic, my view has been very clear that we have to do things that lift up the people, that lift up the poor, that lift up the vulnerable. That is where my focus has been in my term so far, 7 years, now in my 8th year as Vice President. As a government, I can talk about all the things that we have done since we came into office. But I'm going to just focus on some of the things, since I know that we have time constraints, and I also want to focus on the future, what it is that I want to do if God gives me the opportunity to lead this country. When you look at my campaign slogan, I say it is possible, because with God everything is possible. It is. And I believe that as a nation we should not shy away from trying to be the best. We should not be intimidated from trying to be the best. What the white man has achieved, we can also achieve, and achieve better. It is possible. It is possible. We should not be intimidated. So when I came into office, I decided to focus on some of the problems that we have had as a country for a very, very long time that we did not solve. We didn't have unique identity. There was no unique identity for Ghana. But the world is going into a digital age, the 4th industrial revolution. That fourth industrial revolution, Africa must be a full part of it. Ghana must be a full part of it. We cannot miss it. We miss the first, we miss the second, we miss the third. The fourth is upon us. The foundational document for full participation in the fourth industrial revolution, which is the digital age, is digital identity. That is what it is. Digital identity is the fundamental pillar for a digital world. If you don't have that, you are lost. Today, the digital identity, Europe, the EU, has asked all its countries to issue a digital identity by 2030. They see the importance. By 2030, they are asking all the EU member states to issue their citizens with a digital identity. The United States is also now talking about issuing a digital identity for all the citizens of the United States. So when we came into office, we said, let us make sure our citizens have a digital identity. And this is why we focus on the Ghana card and issue the Ghana card. Now over 85% of adults have the Ghana card. And today we are now moving to babies. Today we have integrated the database of the Ghana Health Service, the Births and Deaths Registry, and the NIA. So today, if they give birth to any child in any hospital in Ghana and they take the child for weigh-in, that child is going to be given two identities. One, the Ghana card number, and two, the birth certificate number at the same time. Because we have used digitalization to integrate all these databases. So right from birth, right from childhood, everybody in Ghana is now going to get a Ghana ID card and a birth certificate ID. This is something that was not possible before, but now we have made it possible. We have also, when I looked at Ghana, I realized that finding addresses was a problem. You had to look for the Wache seller or the Kenke seller, turn right, the blue house, turn left. Those were landmark directions. But now Ghana has implemented a digital address system. So now you cannot get lost. Everywhere you want to go, you can find it. Businesses can be found. Villages, everywhere you can find an address system. And so we are the second country in the whole world. Ghana is the second country to implement a digital address system. The whole world. Then I addressed the issue of lack of financial inclusion. Most of our population did not have access to financial services. And even when you had Momo, you could only transfer money between one network. You couldn't transfer between MTN and Vodafone or MTN and Tigo. And you couldn't transfer money between your Momo account and your bank account. So I came up with the idea that we should do mobile money interoperability. So you will have interoperability amongst all these. It was not easy, but we have done mobile money interoperability. And therefore now you can remit money between your different telcos, and you can move money between a bank account and a mobile account. And Ghana is the first country in the whole of Africa to achieve mobile money interoperability. First country in the whole of Africa. And by achieving mobile money interoperability, you see the rankings now. Ghana has now become number one in Africa in terms of access to financial inclusion. We are the number one in the whole of Africa. Because today, if you have a Momo account, it works like a bank account. In fact, most people don't even bother with their bank accounts anymore because they can move money between Momo. Someone sends you money from abroad, it now comes to your Momo account. You don't need to go to Western Union to queue anymore. You can use your Momo to pay any bill. So we have done exactly that. Now the Ghana card, we have made sure one of the problems that we had was ghost workers in our public sector. There was a lot of corruption. Ghost workers, people who were being paid for not even going to work. Their names were on the payroll. So what did I say? I said, let us link every public sector worker with their Ghana card number, because the Ghana card numbers have unique biometric fingerprints on them. So every person can be uniquely identified, because ghosts don't have fingerprints. Ghosts don't have fingerprints. Immediately we decided to link them. The ghosts ran away. The ghosts ran away. In the National Service Secretariat, we found 44,000 ghost workers. 44,000. We eliminated 44,000, saving 450 million Ghana cedis a year. In the SNIT pension database, we found 29,000 ghost pensioners. We removed them, saving about 350 million Ghana cedis. Just two institutions, over 750 million Ghana cedis savings. Then we've cleaned the Controller and Accountant General database. So now we can confidently say, because of the use of the Ghana card, we don't have ghost workers on government payroll anymore. That problem has been solved. That problem has been solved. We have digitalized passports, the ports, we have digitalized DVLA, and therefore we have reduced the corruption in many of these areas. One of the difficult situations I faced in my life was watching my father die in Tamale Teaching Hospital because there was no blood. He had an operation, we needed blood. In the night, the blood bank was locked. We tried so hard to find the man who was in charge of the key to come and open and give us blood. We couldn't find him. Before the morning, my father had passed away. And that stuck in my mind. So when I heard about a company called Zipline, which was using drones to supply blood, to supply medicines, vaccines, and all of that, immediately I said, this is the sort of technology we need in Ghana. So I took a team and we went to San Francisco, and I had a meeting with this company, and I said, I want you to come to Ghana and set up in Ghana so that you can help us save lives, especially in the remote rural areas. If you go to places like Nyangbosre in Afajato South, up on the mountain, they are delivering medicines every now and again in places like that. We have 6 drone centers in Ghana, 6, and each of them is flying an average of 100 flights a day to 2,800 health facilities. 2,800. And in fact, when we had COVID, they were a lifesaver. They are saving lives every day. And they are 100% manned by Ghanaians. The drone delivery program is 100% manned by Ghanaians, young men and women. And distinguished and eminent men of women of God, the good thing about Ghana's drone delivery program is that the whole world, Ghana is now the leading medical drone delivery service in the whole world. We are leading the whole world in medical drone delivery. 2 months ago, a company came to recruit a Ghanaian because of the experience to San Francisco, back to where we brought the technology from, to go and lead a team in the company on drone flight operations from Ghana. So you see that this is where I keep saying it is possible, that we shouldn't be intimidated. We should go for it. We are networking all our hospitals. We are networking all our hospitals. We have completed all the teaching hospitals. We have completed all the regional hospitals. We've completed all the district hospitals. And we are going to continue and complete every clinic, all the CHIPS compounds